Hello, faithful, and welcome to a new edition of White Throne Metal Radio's Top 10 Songs. I am your host, Keven Crothers, station manager for White Throne Metal Radio, staff writer for Heaven's Metal Magazine. Today, I want to talk top 10 songs from classic Christian rock or arena rock band Idol Cure. Idol Cure released several albums, 5 albums, I believe, to be exact. Back in the mid-80s to early 90s. I've heard them described as sounding like Def Leppard, and honestly, I think that's not even close. They don't sound anything like Def Leppard. Foreigner, yes. Night Ranger, sure. Heavier DeGarmo and Key, heavier, maybe a Whiteheart. They're an AOR arena rock with a strong edge. I just, when I hear this, they sound like Def Leppard, and I just go, really? On the debut album, that sounds like Def Leppard. It doesn't sound anything like Def Leppard. So I liked Idol Cure. I've got 3 or 4 of the albums. I don't have all of them. I know they were all reissued by Girder Records here about a year or so ago. You can't buy everything. So top 10, this could get revised because I think I'm going to try to obtain some of the couple of records I don't have. But I think I've got a really solid list here. So let's get cracking. Members, Mark Ambrose on guitar, Pete Lamakin, keyboard and vocals, Steve Shannon on vocals. Steve Shannon, absolutely a brilliant singer, and I think that's where you get that comparison, in my opinion, to Lou Gramm. And he's got a great voice. They write some wonderful tracks, but Steve Shannon, Clark Edmonds on drums. Of course, Idol Cure, that debut album in '86, also featured the guitar prowess of Mr. Chuck King, who went on to join Ken Tamplin and form Shout. It's one of those things. It's common knowledge. It's actually pretty cool, frankly. And then also, let's not forget Glenn Pierce on guitar. He on the 1994 album Eclipse, I believe. And also, when Chuck joined Shout, he went to play with Ken, Lauren Robinson, and Joe Goleta. But Shout is for another video at a different time. So let's get cracking on this. The albums, the debut, Idol Cure. The follow-up was Tough Love in '98. Second Avenue came out in 1990, and that was a definite departure. A more raw sound, an edgier sound, not heavy metal or anything like that, and not hair metal either. I'm amazed when I hear they're a hair metal band. Really? They sound like Poison? They sound like Winger? No, not even close. Again, those earlier, Journey, Loverboy, I suppose, Foreigner, definitely. Those type of bands, arena rock, and not hair metal. They just don't, flat out. No, they don't sound like a hair metal band, but they make great music. Of course, 1991, the Inside Out album. I do not have that one, and I don't have 1994's Eclipse record. I've got the debut. I've got the follow-up. I have the Breakaways greatest hit, which is essentially like a greatest hits. And I just haven't gone or progressed much beyond that. That'll probably happen here pretty soon, though. So anyway, like I said, let's get cracking on this. Top 10 songs coming in at number 10. This is actually on the Inside Out album, Holy Mountain. right. Coming in at number 9, off of the follow-up, their second album, 1998's Tough Love. This song is the album opener, Just Believe It. Smooth sounding, AOR, kind of edgy, but you know, that was kind of a prelude, because album closer for the Tough Love record, this song rocks. This song is called Draw the Line. Coming in now at, what do we got? 10, 9, 8, 7. Coming in at number 7. This is off the debut, the self-titled debut album from 1986. And I remember when this record came out, a friend of mine named Larry Dunbar used to be a drummer in the band Believer in the San Francisco Bay Area, not to be confused with the Believer from Pennsylvania. I used to work at the Bible bookstore there in town, and he'd say, Kevin, who else sounds like Idol Cure in the Christian market? And there really isn't anybody. But this song comes in at number 7 off that debut record, Come Alive. Coming in at number 6, this is the first song off of 2nd Avenue to make this list, the rockin' song, Talk It Out. Coming in at number 5, getting into the top 5 here. This is also off the debut record. I love this song. Absolutely love this song. I'm talking about the power driving Overdrive. Coming in now at number 4, this one's off of 2nd Avenue. I believe this was the album opener. It's a great, when it got to this album, things changed. Obviously, the guitars got rawer. The songs got a little harder edged. Still very melodic, very memorable. And that's the key, isn't it? Memorable songs. Album opener at number 4, Pray.
Oh Lord, tell me what to do. Every time I ask, every time I need some direction, you say, get down on your knees and pray for the heart of man, pray for his open hand.
top three. Top three. And actually, number 3 through 10, these songs could be pretty interchangeable. But I really, this next one coming in at number 3, also off of the Second Avenue album. I've loved this song. I used to play it often and endlessly. It's no fun anymore. What a great hook, solid driving, arena rock, hard rock. The thing with Idle Cure, they put out these rockers and have ballads, and of course, I've never been a big fan of the ballads per se. Don't mind the mellower type stuff, but the ballads not so much. That's always just been my thing. So coming in at number 2, this is off of their second album, Tough Love. And this may sound crazy that I love this song so much because it's not a really hard-edged tune, but it is melodic, it's memorable, and I love it. The song is called Frontline. Coming in at number 1. Coming in at number 1 for Idle Cure. It's where it all started. When I worked at the Bible bookstore and the records were coming in, and it was like, well, who's this? I used to think I knew who was in the underground and all this kind of stuff because there wasn't a huge underground back then and there was no internet. And all of a sudden, I would see these records come in from this Frontline Records label, and it was like, who are these guys? And album opener off the debut, you already know it if you know the band. And of course, I'm talking about album opener again, Breakaway. Absolutely driving, cranking rock and roll song. Breakaway comes in at number 1, my top 10 songs for Idle Cure. Hey, I hope you like the video. Remember to get the channel out of obscurity. If you like it and share it, pass it along. Yes, this is old stuff from the 80s and the 90s, but what better way to talk about some of our favorite bands of that era? Like the channel, subscribe to the channel. We are over 400 subscribers. Like, how did that happen? And I want to say thank you to all of you who have subscribed to the channel. I'm blown away. And, what are your top 10 Idle Cure songs? They weren't a huge band, but a lot of people liked them. I dug them. I thought they were great. So, top 10 songs, Idle Cure, subscribe, like, share it, do all that great stuff. And don't forget to say your prayers, and until the next video, when I see you soon, God bless.